morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, November 16th, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. On Friday night, the news began to come in over Twitter and various other news sources that a large terrorist action was in progress in Paris. Obviously, over the weekend, the news came out that 129 people are dead already. Hundreds of others are hospitalized, some very gravely wounded. ISIS has claimed responsibility. The French have affirmed that it is indeed ISIS. From what we can understand, 6 of the 7 attackers are dead. Probably 5 of them actually blew themselves up. 1 was killed by the police. 1 suspect is currently being hunted. The French are conducting raids throughout the country, 168 alone yesterday. 104 people have been arrested. They've also stepped up attacks in Syria with numerous sorties striking the militant headquarters of ISIS. French President Francois Hollande did not attend the G20 summit in Turkey this weekend and instead sent Foreign Minister Fabius. The situation remains unclear. ISIS has indicated that more attacks are coming and not just limited to Paris. This has been quite a situation. Unfortunately, most of the insurance claims that are going to come are going to be loss of life claims because there was not that much property damage done. Towers Watson and Willis are both releasing 11th hour statements in advance of the vote earlier this week on a proposed merger or acquisition by Willis. The large institutional investor agencies, ISS, International Shareholder Services, and Glass Lewis have recommended against the vote. Both entities, Towers Watson and Willis, are decrying the short-term benefits that the arbitrageurs that they're claiming are in fact the institutional advisors are voting against or hoping to have their clients vote against as being short-sighted, and that in fact the long-term effects of the merger are better off for everyone. It's unknown whether or not their pleas will be successful. Most likely they will not be, however, we'll see. At least 30 people have been injured in Seoul, South Korea, after police used tear gas and water cannon to disperse what may have been the largest anti-government protest in Seoul in over 7 years. On Saturday, 80,000 people in a driving rainstorm protested outside for the resignation of South Korean President Park. This is over frustration over the government's labor policies and rising youth unemployment. People are saying that if the heavy rain was not there, the protest could have been double the size. 12 people have been injured in an explosion at an ammonia scrubber plant at the steel factory of Tata Steel in, I'm trying to find the name of the town. We'll come back with that. It's near New Delhi. This was earlier today. There was a minor explosion at an ammonia scrubber at a coke plant at about 10:30 a.m. Tata Steel is saying that 10 of the injured are contract laborers and 2 of them are employees. They were all taken to the Tata main hospital. The area of the explosion was shut down immediately. An internal probe has been ordered to find out what the cause of the explosion was. A strong earthquake struck the Caribbean Saturday night. The magnitude was 5.8. It was in the Caribbean Sea between Honduras and the Cayman Islands. It struck at about 6:39 p.m. local time in the Honduras. The quake was about 104 miles southwest of Georgetown on the Cayman Islands. There was some shaking. About 50,000 people are in the shake zone, so to speak, but there were no reports of any damage or injuries, nor was there a tidal wave alert issued. In a very large hotel deal, Marriott International is buying rival hotel chain Starwood for $12.2 billion. This will put Marriott securely on top the ranking as the world's largest hotel company. The new company would have 5,500 properties with more than 1.1 million rooms throughout the world. This would bring Starwood's brands, which include Sheraton, Westin, St. Regis, and Marriott's own 24 brands, including Marriott Courtyard, Ritz-Carlton, and Fairfield in together. The 5,500 properties and the 1.1 million rooms dwarf the next largest company, which is Hilton, that has 4,400 properties and 720,000 rooms. The deal comes at a time of record hotel occupancy and rates. During the first 9 months of the year, guests filled 67.3% of available rooms in the U.S. That's the highest level since data started being collected in 1987. Obviously, everybody's thoughts are with Paris, and you can't help but think that this is another shoe that's waiting to be dropped, because ISIS has indicated that they are not going to stop. Hopefully, the Western democracies and Russia will be able to come up with some sort of plan that shares intelligence as well as addresses the root cause of the freedom of operation areas that ISIS seems to have in western Syria and eastern Iraq. We'll see. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.